Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sabansi. I want to welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamerspro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and when we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we got an episode that might piss off a lot of people, but hey, we got to do it. We got to do it. Now, as y'all know, Gilbert Arenas obviously is a former player, but he's one of the most, I would say, outspoken guys that we have right now in NBA media, right, in sports media. He has a lot of provocative takes. In the past, he was giving a lot of takes that I and many people really disagreed with. I thought a lot of it was just grifting and just saying crazy stuff to get people to listen to him. But over the last few months, he seemed to kind of change his mode of covering sports and talking about sports, because I think maybe he realized that, listen, if I just give excellent basketball takes, I think I'll be able to win over a lot of people. So what happened recently, he went to go interview with Vlad, which seems to be kind of like a perennial visit. So he went there, and basically Vlad is not really interviewing. Vlad is just basically teaching him basketball, and Gilbert Arenas is talking because Vlad doesn't seem to know much about basketball. But anyway, they were interviewing, they were discussing basketball. And I came across a clip here that was actually suggested to me this morning. And I'm trying to find the headline of this clip because it was quite surprising. Basically, the headline of this clip basically read, Gilbert Arenas, LeBron doesn't have the clutch gene. Kyrie, KD, and Jimmy Butler do, right? And I was like, what? So I immediately decided to click on the video because I already know what road this is heading down, right? So I click on the video to listen to what Gilbert Arenas had to say. And basically he was answering one of Vlad's questions where Vlad just seems totally confused about basketball. It's unbelievable. So he was answering his question. And when it came time to basically explain why, he believes that LeBron doesn't have a clutch gene, I think a lot of people will be surprised to hear what he had to say. So what we want to do is we're going to play exactly what Gilbert Arenas had to say here in response to Vlad's question, and then we're going to come back and really unpack this thing. Take a listen to what Gilbert Arenas had to say there.
I mean, can you put it on LeBron? I mean, for example, when you look at like clutch players, when it gets down to it, like, the Jordans, the Kobes, like they don't even pass the ball at the end. Mm-hmm. It's like, all right, just give it to them and they'll win the game for you. But LeBron didn't really pull that off this time. And does he really ever take that role of like, okay, just give it to LeBron and he'll win? I mean, or is he more of a team player? He depends on everyone else to sort of win together.
To be the Michael Jordan and the Kobe, you have to have that gene, right? You have to have fast twitch muscles. That's like first two steps are very, very fast, very efficient, right? So there's only a handful of players that can do that.
Like who else?
You have Kyrie,
mm-hmm.
You have Booker, you have Jimmy Butler,
Iverson,
Paul Pierce,
okay,
Dame Lillard,
okay.
Even CJ McCullough, of course KD, but yeah, LeBron.
Would you say Steph Curry? Steph's a little different.
It's weird because it's I can't blame Steph for not being great in those moments, because in those moments during the development of where a guy develops that and gets that confidence, he's sitting. He was so dominant in the first three quarters, he never had to play in the fourth quarter for most of the beginning of his first couple of years. So, he don't really have the expertise of being in those moments. He has a few game winners under his belt, but he doesn't have a lot because he just blew you out first three quarters. He's sitting on the bench eating popcorn and shit, right? So I can't blame him and judge him and say he can't do it or he can. He just never had enough opportunity because, he was winning.
So you heard his comments. Gilbert doesn't feel that LeBron has the clutch gene, right? The clutch gene, I believe, is a term that was popularized probably by Skip Bayless. I could be wrong. Maybe some other people were saying it, but I know Skip Bayless used to say it. Right. I mean, he's been saying it for well over a decade now. So maybe he got that from him. But this seems to kind of be the perception of LeBron James, that he doesn't really have a clutch gene. And I think whenever you have people like Gilbert Arenas come out there and say stuff like this, people like Shannon Sharpe and Nick Wright will rip you to shreds. If they presented this particular topic to Shannon Sharpe on Undisputed, Shannon Sharpe would absolutely rip Gilbert Arenas apart the same way he did to Kwame Brown. And Shannon Sharpe has actually interviewed Gilbert Arenas before in his club, Shay Shay. I think Shannon Sharpe does not tolerate any of this type of disrespect. I think if Nick Wright caught a whiff of these statements, I think Nick Wright would be furious with Gilbert Arenas if he said this. But let me just break down why I think he's saying that, right? It's not that LeBron is not clutch, because I think LeBron has 8 career game winners. And as a matter of fact, before producing the show, I posted a clip on our community section of our channel of Kobe Bryant, all of his game winners. And Kobe Bryant actually has a total of 36 game winners, which is buzzer beaters and go-ahead shots to win a game. And I mean, to me, it's just absolutely, I mean, it's just incredible that this guy has that many. I mean, a 15-minute video of just game-winning shots. Just think about that. But anyway, I think what Gilbert Arenas was saying was simply this. I think he was talking about LeBron's skill level, right? Here's what and this is why it's so important to watch basketball and not just read stat sheets and go to Wikipedia. You got to watch players play because it gives you tremendous insight. I mean, well, if you don't look at a player play basketball, how will you know a guy is good or any good or not? But anyway, if you look at LeBron play, I think you'll begin to understand why Gilbert Arenas says that. I think what Gilbert is referring to is a players, because the guys he brought up, he's talking about guys that have the ability to score off the dribble. He's talking about guys that have the ability to go right and go left comfortably. He's talking about guys that can fade going right, fade going left comfortably. He's talking about guys that have mastered the pull-up jump shot, which is the hardest shot, one of the hardest shots to guard in NBA history. And I think that's what, and then Kobe Bryant even said that. So if Kobe's saying that, obviously, I'm going to take it seriously. He's talking about guys that have impeccable footwork, because to be a truly elite scorer, you need to have some great footwork. He's talking about that. He's talking about guys that have elite finishing ability, meaning guys that can finish under the rim, finish above the rim with contact, elude contact. I believe he's also talking about mental toughness. And I think he's finally talking about guys that have a wide array of shots. Now, to me, from all the basketball players I've seen play basketball, I believe Kobe Bryant has the deepest bag. If you think Kyrie Irving has the deepest bag, you have not seen Kobe Bryant play. And Kyrie got a lot of his moves from Kobe. Kobe has the deepest bag of any NBA player I've ever seen. And I really don't think it's close. I mean, Kobe was hitting turnaround left-handed three-point shots. Like, what are we doing right now? Like, Kobe's, if for people that watch basketball and actually watch Kobe Bryant play instead of you just reading stats, you would know that Kobe Bryant had he hit. Kobe was hitting shots in the league that nobody could hit. Nobody. You couldn't even think about it because you weren't creative enough to even pull it off. Some of the shots you see guys try to pull off, they got it from Kobe, like throwing the ball off the backboard in a playoff game. Although T-Mac did that in a fast break in an all-star game, Kobe Bryant did that in a playoff game, shooting over 2, 3, 4 defense. I mean, it's just ludicrous stuff. So I think that's what Gilbert Arenas is talking about. He doesn't feel that LeBron has a deep enough bag and a wide array of shots, and I don't think he told a lie. If we're going to be honest, LeBron's game is predicated on his physicality, is predicated on his speed, is predicated on his quickness, and is predicated on his strength. LeBron is most effective going downhill and putting his shoulder into you, right? But LeBron, again, the reason I think he's also saying he's not clutch is this, because from time to time, LeBron shies away from the free throw line. The reason he does that is because he's not really a reliable free throw shooter. LeBron has never shot over 80% from the free throw line ever in his NBA career. There's never been a season when he shot at least 80%. So when people see this, I think that's the reason why they say LeBron doesn't have a clutch gene. But has LeBron hit clutch shots? Yes. We've all seen him do it. But I think when we're talking about clutch players, guys that have the ability to get a good look, is also part of it. That's what Kwame Brown was alluding to. When he made that statement about LeBron, he was talking about LeBron's inability to create a good look for himself. And if you look at the defender, Aaron Gordon, who was a great defender, but LeBron, given his stature and his reputation, he should be able to get a clean look. And that's the reason why he was saying that if it was Jordan or Kobe, they would have got a much better look. And I think most of us would agree with that because of their ability to create shots for themselves, which is directly impacted by your skill level, right? If it's Kobe Bryant like that, I believe Kobe gets off a good, like, not if he makes a shot or is he going to make the shot? That's a different question. But is he going to be able to get himself a good look? Yes. And Kobe would not need a pick. Kobe has hit game winners without picks. He doesn't need you to switch. I've seen Kobe back dudes down. What is it? What's the word? What's the word when you kind of fake him out? I forgot the word. I forgot the word when you want to turn, jab him with your shoulder. I forgot the, it's like a hesitation move, and then turn around and spin and hit a jump shot, hit a fadeaway. I've seen Kobe Bryant get the ball at the top of the key, size a guy up, drive hard, going right or left, stop on a dime, pull up, raise up, shoot. Guy never saw. I've seen him pull off all those type of shots. I've seen him fading away to the baseline with his body control, head balance, legs flaring out, turn around, hit a jump shot, fading away. All these shots are there. And I think that's what Gilbert Arenas and Kwame Brown were talking about. I don't think that they're saying LeBron is not a great player. I think based off of them looking at him play basketball, that's the reason they said that. So this is just my take on it. What I want to know from you guys is, number one, what do you think about the analysis that we put forward today? And what do you think about Gilbert Arenas' statements? Do you think he has a point, or do you think that Gilbert Arenas has totally lost it? Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts in the comment section. We catch you on the next show. Peace.